It's Monday, April 8th, and we're talking new comics, keys, speculation, whatever the heck is going on. So, welcome to Cliff on Comics, and this is Cliff's Comic Curation. So let's kick things off with Key Collector. So what do we got for this week? Action Comics, which I'm a big fan of. House of Brainiac Part 1, Introduction of an Army of Zarnians. Lobo's Race. We got 6 variants on this. Brainiac variant, Bottled City of Candor variant. We got Lobo and Superman. This one actually looks fun. I figure if you're going to be picking up for a cover, Superman and Lobo looks nice. I like how we're sticking with the April 8th theme here. That's kind of neat. And that's fun. And then, of course, the foil version variant, which, it's $7.99. I may get suckered into that. So, that's there. Next, we got the first appearance of Star Spider, because Edge of Spider-Verse seems to be putting out a new Spider-Man every freaking 5 seconds. So, if you're down for all these Spider introductions, absolutely, why not? Also has 6 variants. Look at all that. There's the Peach one. There's another Star Wars one. If you should keep your eye on this one right here. This one's beautiful, right? And it's got a Virgin variant, I think 1 in 50 to Tony Daniel. So try to get your hands on the Tony Daniel one, because that looks awesome. Then we've got Rat City #1, which is essentially Spawn 2099. First appearance of Peter Karn, an ex-soldier who received the Spawn powers from nanites in his prosthetic leg and lives in a post-war future. So, why not? Oh, look, they don't have the other image, so good thing. Sinister Sons continues, and we're introduced to Spaceman Joe. Don't know what that's about. Well, why not? And also, I am enjoying Sinister Sons. I don't care. I'm having a good time. Ultimate X-Men #2 is finally making its way here, also with 6 variants, and it's the first full appearance of Maelstrom. Now listen, I know just because it's different doesn't mean it's good, right? And I know not everybody dug the first issue of Ultimate X-Men, and I know for a book that's called X-Men, we literally met one character, right? And one villain. I didn't think it was so awful. I really feel like we should just give it more of a chance. I really did enjoy the first issue, and I do think these younger characters are going to introduce us to the mainstream Ultimate X-Men story. And of course, I could be absolutely wrong, and it'll be just terrible. And I know Peach's artwork is not for everybody, but I say, hey, let's give it a shot. You know what I mean? Now, over here in the Hot 10, we've got Batman Detective Comics #400. All right, first appearance and origin of Mamba, and Mamba has now been a threat in Batman and Robin. First team up of Batgirl and Robin in the backup. That's interesting. The high is around 600, and 9.0 sold for just over $1,100. But still, kind of cool. And if you can get your hands on one, why not, right? It's a good collectible. It's first Man-Bat. And he's on the cover. I mean, it's everything. It's all the things, right? Next, John Byrne's X-Men 21. So yeah, back in the Hot 10, 9.8 selling for $363. So that's kind of neat. It's the first appearance of Hellboy in color. So that's a whole thing. So if you're a Hellboy collector, absolutely keep your eye on this. I don't know why we've got a sudden resurgence in interest of Hellboy, but Hellboy is a staple character. So, go with it, of course. And on top of that, we're going to talk about staple characters. Speaking of the staple characters, that is, let's talk about Godzilla. Godzilla #1 is still very affordable. This 9.8 sold for $456. You could still get a raw under $100. That's great. I don't know what these 4 variants are about, but I guess we've been reprinting them like nobody's business. All right, so there's the reprint. There's the foil reprint. Oh, there was a 1 in 25. Oh, excuse me. Okay. And of course, the Canadian dollar size. Strange Adventures 205, The First Dead Man. I do believe this is back on the radar because, of course, if James Gunn sneezed his name, then we got to be looking at it. I actually like Dead Man. He's a cool character. He's made some interesting appearances. I thought they did a really nice showcase with him, featuring him in Night Terrors. So, like, yes, go look for this. First appearance, Strange Adventures 205. Not the most affordable of first appearances, but still, you may want to keep your eye out on it. Ghost Rider in Marvel Spotlight number 5. Ghost Rider Johnny Blaze. Of course, Ghost Rider is always on radar. And you can find yourself a mid-grade copy of this for around $900. I think a worthy investment. I don't know why a sudden spike with Ghost Rider. I'm assuming it's because we have the new Ghost Rider, which is the Hood, which is a villain as Ghost Rider technically, and we've got Johnny Blaze hot on his tail. I find it to be an interesting series to get involved in, so let's see where that goes. But of course, Ghost Rider, always on the radar, always a good investment. Maybe you just don't want to buy high, right? But Ghost Rider. Wolverine. Talk about always a good investment. First appearance of Wolverine back on the map again. I don't think it's ever off the map. It's just there. Hulk 181, his first full appearance. Not that he doesn't have a full page appearance in 180, just remember that. And again, if you need a substitute, 180. Anyway, X number 3. First appearance of X-23 Laura Kinney. Her debut was X-Men Evolution in 2003. Let's not forget that. This book continues to sell like crazy. And again, a high raw 450. I mean, she's not going anywhere. She's a great legacy character. She is to Wolverine what Miles is to Spider-Man. Like, it's just solid. So I dig it. And one that I really dig, near and dear to my heart, Uncanny X-Men 101, the debut of Jean Grey, reborn as the Phoenix. You can't go wrong here, man. This is the Claremont era. Well, era. So I say it's great. Go check that out. An Amazing Spider-Man number 1. I mean, it's just always there. I mean, first of all, which among us can afford it? I don't even know. Very few. Keep your eyes on it. Keep your eyes on it. That just sounds stupid. Okay, like for the few of us who can afford it, good luck. Okay, but for everybody else, like, when dreams may come, just do the hustle. Build up a giant slab collection, sell and flip all of them, get your Amazing Spider-Man number 1, whatever it takes, baby, whatever it takes. Wolverine number 1 from 1982, Wolverine's first solo title, first cameo appearance of Yukio, first phrase of I'm the best at what I do. It's number 1 on the Hot 10. It's always a good book. It's always a good investment. It's Wolverine number 1. You can't go wrong here. It's good that the price trend is upward. But if you're new to the game, then yeah, you're gonna look for a deal. And that's it over there. Let's go over to cover price. Now, cover price, let's go start at the runner-up. So Bishop's first appearance, of course, Bishop's in X-Men 97, so there's that. News of the Fantastic Four movie, so the first Galactus, first Silver Surfer, bam, we got that at over $1,000 in a slab 6.0. You could probably do better with a lower grade slab. Dazzler's still on the radar. Thank you, Taylor Swift, for just being around and giving some gravitas to Dazzler. So yeah, Dazzler number 1, still a raw around $20. I mean, like, look, I happen to love Dazzler, so I'm here for it all day. I understand if you're hesitant. This Wolverine, I'm gonna have to zoom in because I forgot the number. But yeah, we've got Grey Hulk, we've got Patch, they're working together. What issue of this is Wolverine? Sorry, folks. It's Wolverine number 8. Wolverine number 8. I don't know why they move faster. Batman the Killing Joke, always, because it's always there, And a slab 224, not bad. Slab 9.6 for Gambit's first cover appearance / kind of first appearance if you don't count the annual. 274, not bad. Raw near mint copy of Spawn for $39, I think is fair. I saw a 9.8 Spawn for $200 and something. It's outrageous, right? There are 16,000 9.8s on the CGC census, all right? We're not there yet. We're not at critical mass for Spawn yet. I know you love him. I love him too, okay? But we're not at critical mass. Jubilee, also in X-Men 97. Here she is in the number 13 spot, her first appearance. A raw, very fine, selling at $32. Now, DNA agents, I do not know. I try to do my research. I don't know what's up with them being here, and a raw, very fine, selling for $101. I don't understand. The Geiger 9.8 being slabbed for $60. Very fair for something that's heavily on the radar. Jeff Johns is doing some great work here with an amazing team on Geiger, on Rook, on the Rocket Fellows, on all this stuff that's coming out. Junkyard Joe is freaking great. So yes, all this image stuff for Ghost Machine is still very affordable. So if you can snatch them up raw, absolutely. If nothing else, snatch up the graded books. All right, so we got what is this? Geiger, is this the Geiger 80-page giant? I believe it, the number 10's Geiger 80-page giant, and it's Redcoat's first appearance. Now, Redcoat seems to be a bit of a breakout star from Ghost Machine last week. People really dig it, so I could see that his first appearance was shut up. Number 9, Ultimate Black Panther, because that book is just great. A slab 9.8, selling for $86, very affordable. Shocker! Returning to the top 10, Marvel Team Up number 5, first appearance of the Shroud, who, spoiler alert, was revealed to be the current Moon Knight. That's right. That's why it showed up on the freaking top 10. It's still there. You can snag up a Raw Very Fine for $34. I snagged up 2 Raw Very Fines for $10 last Tuesday, the minute I opened the page and saw that it was the Shroud. In the number 7 spot, we got the 80-page giant, and it is the Geiger 80-page giant, a raw near mint selling for $39. Wow, these have shot up, people. They have shot up. Go and grab them. Number 6, near and dear to my heart, the Silver Surfer. Number 1, a slab 4.5 sold for $504. I had a slab restored one that I had to give up some time ago, and I just keep seeing the number 1 haunting me, and it's a thing. Number 5, at your own risk. What if Beast and Thing continue to mutate? For some reason, people think, for whatever reason, that this could be connected to a future MCU storyline, so this book suddenly has some heat on it. I don't know if I buy into that. I don't know if there's any validity to that. So again, buyer beware if you really want it or whatever. I don't know. Honestly, if you love Beast and you love Thing, there are far better books to pick up for either of them. In the number 4 spot, we've got that issue of X-Men with Rogue and Gambit as a Kiss cover. And really, I mean, there's not much more to say. In number 3, we've got Sinister's first Covenant appearance and Madeline Pryor's first Goblin Queen, and a slab 9.8 went for $250. And like I said, again, very popular. Plus, we got the heat of X-Men 97, so I could see that. Again, great time to sell. I don't know if it's a great time to buy. It may go back down again after some of this heat is simmered, but Sinister is a potential MCU villain candidate, so you got to keep your eye on this book. And then Evangeline at number 2. Don't know what's going on. Don't know why she's on the radar, but she's made the number 2 slot, and at a raw near mint, $28.99. And of course, in the number 1 spot, I don't know how this makes any sense to anybody. Raw near mint, $69.99 for Silver Surfer Shalabal Earth X first appearance, okay? With the amount of this happened with the Marvels too. There was tons of fan outrage, but yet Monica Rambeau's first appearance was trending, right? There is tons of fan outrage, but yet Shalabal as the Surfer is trending. This book was a $1 book 3 weeks ago, right? And now it's trending. And that Juno book, where the Juno Surfer from Hercules, she's still floating around out there. Buyer beware. We don't know what Marvel's doing, and also if people are not, if the community at large is not on board with something, how is this an investment book, right? Like, there's no longevity in this. Like, I say, don't buy. Obviously, do what you want, collect what you want, collect with your love. But if you are trying to jump in because this is that moment, this is not a moment. This is not a miracle needs to happen for this to become a moment. So I don't know. I don't want to be like sound like that guy, but I know what I sound like. All right. So I forgot to pull up tomorrow's comics, so let's just do that. And we'll switch to that tab. And I'll try to get the comics. All right, so we got Action Comics tomorrow. We got all these beautiful variants that are not coming up because I hit the wrong button. There we go. Look at that. Great. Definitely I'm picking up Action Comics. Alien What If, I'm not down for Paul Reiser's character. Like, I know Paul Reiser's writing it, and that's really great, but I'm not down for it. The Amazing Spider-Man 47, I'll tell you what I'm down for. I am down for this Greg Land 1 in 25. I love that. But also, I'm kind of a fan of this Amazing Spider-Man 47 John Jang variant that's available at all these many, many places here that all contributed to making the variant. And then, of course, there's these very cool MJ as Black Cat variants. But overall, I don't know. I care about Ben Reilly, but this series has not been shining. The Batman First Night, I haven't read it. I'm not big on Prestige, these large format books. I don't even know where to put most of them. My Treasury editions are hard enough for me to store at this point. It looks cool. Batman Dylan Dog, I've been hearing great things about. And the artist from the Dylan Dog comic in Italy is doing the art for this Batman Dylan Dog crossover. And I've heard nothing but good things about issue 1. And issue 2 introduces John Constantine to the fray. So give that a look. Batman and Robin number 8. Hey, it's Man-Bat and Shush. All right. So if you're into that Man-Bat stuff, there you go. All right. Batman, Robin, and Howard. I don't know. I haven't been following it, but hey, if it's for you, it's for you. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, number 5, people. That book is hot. Obviously, gotta recommend. Plus, it's a really fun read. I mean, come on. It's like storybook Animal Tales meets Dexter. I don't know what else. All right. I'm not one for the Archies. And all right, we got the Brave and the Bold, number 54. Before they became the Teen Titans, Kid, Flash, Aqualad, and Robin did team up against this Twister dude, Terror Twister, or whoever his freaking name is. And of course, there's the regular facsimile, a foil cover, and a blank cover variant, all available tomorrow. Let's see. Carnage, if you're a Carnage fan, get on it. Seven Story Kids. Count Crowley, I don't know anything about, but I love this whole Dementia 13. This, like, I like the horror movie vibe of it. It's from Dark Horse. I think I'm going to have to revisit that at some point. The Crying Boy number 2. This kid is, like, distraught, but apparently there's an evil presence inside of him. It's already taken out one family. Issue 2 could take out another. They need help for these supernatural things. Dark Spaces Dungeon, I am not familiar with. Dungeons & Dragons, the Thief of Many Things. I do love it because Dungeons & Dragons plus Deck of Many Things. IDW Publishing has given me some fun Dungeons & Dragons stuff. Plus, each of those issues, if you're following along, provides you something you can use in your own Dungeons & Dragons campaign. That's why I think it's great. Earth Diver 16, if you like time travel and time travel fuckery, go pick that up. Of course, we talked about Star Spider, so that's great. It Edge of Spider-Verse. Don't do Fairy Tales, Fantastic Four. I feel bad. I haven't been following. Green Lantern, though. Green Lantern is excellent. Highly recommend. Hal has finally got a ring, and he's headed to Oa, which is deadly. Don't know about Haunted House. Hercules number 1. I didn't even know this was happening until like yesterday. If you're down for it, fine. There's way too many covers. I am really disappointed with Dynamite and how they handle Thundercats, so it does not give me a lot of hope for how they will handle Hercules, but hey, if you're cover hunting, it's got a lot of great covers. Hexpaw, don't know anything about. House of Slaughter second printing for issue 21 is available. House of Slaughter number 22 is out. Again, very popular, not my thing, but go for it if you like that, especially if you like the horror twist. I Hate Fairyland 13, very popular, still happening. I Heart Skull Crusher number 1, second printing. Not familiar with this, but I've heard some nice things. Ice Canyon Monster, I don't know. Incredible Hulk has been incredible, and he's been fighting monsters. It's been amazing. So, like, again, highly recommend. I think it's great. Go for it. Invincible Iron Man, I've been enjoying. It's been crossing over with House of X, Fall of X, everything X, right? And I've been having a good time. Last issue, Tony designed this super ginormous armor so he could take out a whole bunch of Iron Man Sentinels, because by making them believe that the X-Men were working out of the Outback again and basically setting a trap, and then, lying there exhausted and vulnerable at the end of the issue. So, Tony. Jennifer Blood, I have been following. Jim Henson's Labyrinth Archive Edition. Again, if you want a cool reprint and it's Labyrinth, go for this. Land Left Behind, no. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, The Return. I've absolutely been following it. I love what Amy Jo Johnson is doing here. The first 2 issues have been absolutely fantastic. It's its own little nook. You don't have to read any other Power Rangers to get involved in it. I've been following Ms. Marvel ever since the whole thing with her return from the dead and everything. So I love it. Mutant Menace number 2, I highly recommend. I'm after that. Again, not what you love, people. I don't know these other books. The Outsiders. I wanna enjoy that book. I do, but I haven't yet. Nottingham from Mad Cave is pretty cool. I have to choose my darlings. I have not chosen it, but like, I have the first 2 issues. I did like them, but you gotta pick. Again, there's Rat City. Highly recommend. We've got the Red Hood, The Hill, number 3. There's a great team on this. I do have the first 2 issues. I only read issue 1. I love the art team. I'm giving it like a mild recommendation. Like, give it a try. If you like Jason Todd, like, go for it. Resurrection of Magneto, number 4. Absolute must. Freaking Luciano Vecchio has been killing it on the art on this. I'm loving every second of it. I just think it's a fantastic Storm story and Magneto story all around. Love that. Scorch number 28. You know what? These are like the most boring Scorch covers I have seen yet. Maybe I kind of like this one, but I don't know what's going on there. But still, Scorch, consistent, $2.99. You can't go wrong. Silicon Bandits, not familiar with, but it is a number 1. Sinister Sons, am familiar with. I'm having a great time. The Six Fingers, number 1. Connecting Virgin variant, if anyone's interested. I've heard good things. I haven't actually gotten into it. Speed Force, number 6. This is almost ending. I like the art. I just wish I cared more, and I wish it had such a lean logo, and like my precious Connor Kent is just in there as a background character. I don't know. St. Mercy Godland, not familiar. Star Wars Darth Vader, number 45. If you're following it, awesome. High Republic, number 6. If you're following, awesome. Thrawn Alliances, I feel like this is the hot one of the book. So yeah, if you're following, get on it. Suicide Squad, Dream Team number 2. Love Dream Team number 1. Nicole Maines, who played Dreamer on the TV show Supergirl, is co-writing this. Absolutely loving it. I love that. Sweet Candy Vigilante, which takes place in the Candyman universe, by the way. Pretty interesting. 10 different freaking covers. I don't know about them. Symbiote Spider-Man number 2. I'm going to give it a shot because I gave number 1 a shot. More printings of Thundercats number 1. So unnecessary. And then, of course, we have Thundercats number 3. TMNT Best of Alavex. Now, this is funny because these Best of covers normally are absolute garbage from IDW, but I actually like this one. I don't even know who Alavex is, but I actually like this cover. Transformers number 7. It's a must-have. Ultimate Black Panther number 1, 3rd printing, 1 in 25. This will be hard to get because not everyone is ordering 25 copies of 3rd printing, And not to mention, to qualify for it, it's got to be 3rd printing, which means buying this Peach variant, which I don't know if everyone's going to do that. However, they probably bought plenty of the 4th printing blank variant, which I absolutely think is a must-have. There's also an Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, 4th printing Marco Cicchetto variant. Love that. Grab it if you can. And then, of course, we've got the In-Hook Lee black costume and traditional costume homage to the original Ultimate Spider-Man number 1, and they're floating around out there at various places that prepared this variant and the $24.99. Ultimate X-Men number 2, I've already said my piece. Uncanny Valley, not familiar with it. It is from Boom. It sounds interesting. I will flip through it. Weapon X-Men number 2. Listen, I like this book. It's an action-packed book. Phoenix Jean from another world is trying to save another world. She's grabbed all these variant Wolverines, including a female Wolverine from other places, from other times, and also the Age of Apocalypse Wolverine to try and set things right. We've got What If Venom number 1, 2nd printing. So the 2nd printing is the cover, is the virgin version of the foil cover to number 1, right? It's by Paulo Siqueira. It's a 1 in 25. Again, if you're lucky enough that your store even bought 25 of 2nd printing of this. We have another What If Venom 2nd printing with the Francis Leno U variant. When the Blood Has Dried, I'm not familiar with. Wolverine 47, Wolverine versus Sabretooth. This Sabretooth War has been incredible. That's the female Sabretooth clone going up against the X-23, who's the Wolverine female clone. And so, cool cover. And there's 6 freaking covers because it's insane. And it's beautiful. And if you can get it, I don't know. I really like it. I love the Unknown Comics one, of course. It's actually going for $4.99. That's really impressive. And then we have X-Men 97 number 2, which again I love this road cover. I'm just really upset that there was no morph in the series. I'm really kind of having a little bit of a problem with that. So, those are my thoughts and the wrap up for this week. And I hope you really enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy doing this with me in the future. And I will try to keep it up. So, everyone, stay safe, be well. Love you. Take care.